Did you know that being prepared for stressful times often makes it easier to handle them? When we understand how to take care of our mental health, guys, we can reflect back more effectively later. Some people refer to this ability to manage stress as resilience. Hi, guys, my name is Fabio from Journey to Success, and welcome. There are various strategies we can use to become more resilient, right? However, certain factors, such as feeling isolated or facing unfair treatment, can make it more challenging to stay strong during tough times. So, what methods can help you reduce stress and become more resilient in all aspects of your life? Let's learn this today in this new episode. But before we go forward, as always, please subscribe so I know this is the right direction to lead you, to drive you, to guide you towards your journey to success. And let's get started, right? As always. So, let's introduce first the concepts of resilience, kindness, and mindfulness. Let's understand why these three concepts are so related with each other, highlighting their importance in our daily life and how they can help viewers navigate challenges. Okay. When we hear the word resilience, a lot of us might picture someone who's just super tough, like nothing bothers them. But the truth is, being resilient is not about ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine. Real resilience is about letting ourselves feel what we are feeling, even when it's messy, and still moving forward. That's the trick. So it's not about shutting down, like all the people think about it, but about staying open to everything life throws at us. There is actually a study by George Miller. He found that being resilient, right, doesn't mean we're never vulnerable. In fact, those two things, resilience and vulnerability, can go together. The people who are truly resilient don't pretend to be perfect, guys. I mean, they accept their struggles, all right, their emotions, the fact that they're human, but they know how to protect themselves and they know how to open their hearts. So the real question is, how can we keep our balance when life gets hard? How can we stay strong when things happen, but still stay open to the beauty and challenges of life? You know, being mentally tough doesn't mean we have to be emotionally off. I'm going to say again, mentally tough doesn't mean we have to be emotionally off. But at the same time, if we need to learn how to face fear, deal with doubt, and grow through challenges, while still keeping our hearts open, as we said before, that can actually protect us from anxiety and depression. Okay. And that's how we start building resilience, real resilience. Anyway, we know, guys, life is full of hikes and lows. Stress is part of the ride, and in some ways, it even helps us. It pushes us to grow, to act, to overcome. But the key, the real key, is how we react. So the way we face life struggles is what makes the difference between staying resilient or burning out. One powerful way to stay open during hard times is something called loving kindness. And here we introduce the second concept, all right, kindness. It sounds simple, but it is about actively choosing to care, all right, for ourselves first, and then for others. Barbara Fredrickson talks about this in her book Love 2.0. She says love is our most powerful emotion and it helps us feel connected to the world around us. That sense of connection builds compassion, guys, and the empathy, and helps us accept our vulnerability without feeling weak. You know what I mean? Even just taking a few minutes a day to send some kindness to ourselves, maybe taking a tea, or buy a flower for you, can shift how we think. And when we start sending that same kindness to a stranger, a neighbor, or anyone else around you, we create this open hearted way of living. So, being human means feeling a full range of emotions, and true strength comes from being soft where we need to be, just like nature. Some of the strongest things are also flexible and gentle, guys. Okay. So, yeah, we can be both tough and kind, we can be grounded and open. And that's where real resilience is. So, resilience is our capacity to recover from setbacks or challenges as well, okay? When you combine it with kindness, you actively choose to care for yourself, as we said before, and for others. And in this way, you become emotionally loved. And when you are emotionally loved, you just go forward. You become more resilient, guys. It doesn't matter what happens in your life. And then we have the third concept, mindfulness. Mindfulness helps us build the qualities that lead to more significant resilience and the stronger resistance to stress, of course. To help you better understand mindfulness, I want to share a real story from my vacation in Cabo Verde this year. So for days, we were in my fiance's uncle's minibus, which had a capacity for around, let's say, 6 to 9 passengers. We traveled everywhere. We traveled everywhere: beaches, mountains, dunes, rocky path, city streets, very beautiful. So no matter how tired we were, we enjoyed our time in that minibus. It was a joyful experience. We enjoyed a lot. And even though my uncle-in-law pushed the car, we went literally everywhere. Okay. However, the problem was that we didn't rest at all, and neither did the car. So the day we found ourselves on a high mountain on Santanto Island, and while going down, we noticed that my uncle-in-law hadn't used the brakes as he should on a tight curve. He's a skilled driver, so of course, obviously, he didn't think to use the handbrake. If he had, we might have ended up on the other side of the island, probably, and I wouldn't be here to share this story. The point is that the car started to malfunction, okay? But since we were in a remote area, he kept driving in first gear, or maybe it was only with the friction, I don't know. But in the end, we stopped. We stopped because we couldn't go forward. So while waiting for the situation to resolve, we were there, right in the middle of nothing. It was a beautiful view with a stunning view. I even didn't think to take a photo, unfortunately. But anyway, we had to wait. So we had to wait. Not so much at the end, but there was some. It was quite time. So finally, the car began working again, and when we returned to town to consult, a mechanic, he told us, to my uncle-in-law, the car was actually fine. However, it needed to rest because it had been overused. So the connection between the brake and the pedals was on fire. Okay. And that, my friend, is a perfect metaphor for mindfulness. You need to take regular breaks, you know, especially when you work so hard for something and you want to move forward. So just start with a few minutes each day. You don't have to become a yoga teacher to practice mindfulness, all right? There are plenty of resources available, like Calm App or Fitbit. But let's say, now I'm going too much fancy maybe. Let's say you don't want to spend not even a cent. You can Even listen to mindfulness content on low frequency available on Spotify, YouTube, or just have a walk in the park is also okay. Just take a break, reflecting on your day. So the key takeaway is that it is important to pause and recharge in order to progress again. Okay? Like the car, something that we didn't do, but we should. Now, there are simple things we can do to stay strong and protect our mental health during these times. Here are 10 practical self care habits that I personally find helpful, and I think you will too. So, we have stick to a routine, practice mindfulness, get moving, prioritize sleep, eat healthy meals, stay connected, journal your thoughts, engage in creative outlets, take break, of course, take break and rest, and seek professional support. So let's begin. Let's start with the first one, stick to a routine. When life feels chaotic, guys, having a daily routine gives you a sense of structure, okay? Even small things like waking up at the same time, having a morning tea or journaling, can help you feel more in control. A routine brings you back to something familiar when everything else is turning. So remember that. Number two, practice mindfulness. So we talked already about it. Being present in the moment is very powerful. You don't need to meditate for hours. Just take a few deep breaths, do a short grounding exercise, or notice what is around you. These small habits help you slow down and deal with stress better. Actually, I have to remember today to rest a little bit as well before to go to sleep, to reflect. So probably I'm gonna listen something on my Fitbit app, for example. Number three, get moving. Moving your body is one of the best ways to boost your mood. It doesn't have to be intense, guys, okay? Go for a walk, stretch, do some yoga, or even dance around your room, whatever. Just 30 minutes of movement a day can make a big difference. Hmm? Number four, prioritize sleep. Sleep is your superpower. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm recording this, I remind myself that I only slept 3 hours and a half tonight because I was very, very, very um, wake since uh, we didn't eat so much well the day before. Um, but I'm still functioning, but I have a headache. Why I have a headache? Well, I have a headache because I have a migraine, of course. It's something that I unfortunately have. But the truth is that this didn't help. And I know that tomorrow I have to take a good rest and I'm gonna be happy to recover, to recharge. So try to get 7 to 9 hours each night and create a calming evening routine, guys. No screens right before bed, maybe some light reading. I don't know. These days, I like to read uh, Key Candle, or also listen. You can also listen some soft music. Is also okay. So a good night's rest helps you handle challenges with more energy and clarity. Okay. Number five, eat nourishing meals. Food fuels your mind and body. Make sure you're eating a good mix of fruits, guys, veggie, grains, and protein, and drink water. Eating well helps you stay focused, balanced, and more emotionally stable. Okay, remember that. Number six, stay connected. Don't isolate yourself. Talk to a friend, call a family member, or check in with someone you trust. Even a short call, can remind you that you are not alone. And connection is one of the best forms of support. Okay. Something we tend to forget with this new digital world. Number seven, journal your thoughts. Writing things down helps you process what you're feeling, guys. Okay. You don't have to be a writer, just express yourself freely. That's it. So, journaling can help you understand your emotions, track your progress, and stay grounded. Engage in creative outlets. Do something creative, even if it's just for fun, guys. Draw, cook, sing, uh, paint, play music, whatever. Whatever makes you feel good, all right? Creativity lets you express your emotions and adds joy to your day. Remember that. Number nine, take breaks and rest. It's okay to pause. Life can get overwhelming, especially during transitions. So make space to rest, whether that's a short walk, a nap, or doing something you love, or doing nothing. Breaks recharge your mind and help prevent burnout. Number 10, seek professional support. Finally, don't be afraid to ask for help, guys. Talking to a therapist doesn't mean you are weak, it means you care about your well being. There is support out there, both online and in person, ready for you when you need it, okay? Let's talk honestly, guys. I really would like to talk honestly, like always. But I really care about this concept, about what I'm saying to you. Most people today are walking around carrying heavy thoughts they don't always talk about. Okay? Mental wellness and resilience, these are not just fancy words. They are the real tools we need to handle life, especially when stress and anxiety hit hard. A lot of us, guys, feel like um, we have to keep going no matter what, you know? We smile, we show up, we try to keep it all together, but inside, we are tired mentally, emotionally, sometimes even physically. And the truth is, stress and anxiety can sneak into every part of our daily life. Maybe it shows up in the morning, hmm, when you already feel overwhelmed before the day starts. Or maybe at night when you can't sleep because, your mind is racing. It can make small tasks feel huge. It can drain your energy, affect your focus, your relationships, even your confidence. And here's the thing, not everyone talks about it. We think we have to be strong, but real strength is learning how to take care of ourselves, not pretending everything is fine. Okay, I hope you hear that. Anyway, resilience is not about avoiding hard feelings. It's about learning how to live with them and still move forward. It is okay to have rough days. What matters is finding ways to support your mental wellness, guys. You know, talking to someone, taking breaks, showing yourself kindness, creating space to breathe. So if you are struggling right now, know this, you're not alone. It's okay to feel what you're feeling. And you are capable of building the strength to rise. Perhaps slowly, probably slowly, but you can do. Step by step, you can do. So let's make a reassum before closing. Today we have covered a lot about resilience and especially how this is connected to kindness and mindfulness. And I know sometimes, these words sounds like they are floating in the air, but they're real. They matter, especially when life gets messy. So here is what I want you to take away from this episode. Being resilient doesn't mean pretending everything is okay. It means feeling the tough stuff and still choosing the way a way to move forward. It means being kind to yourself first and allowing space to breathe, pause, guys, and just be. So you don't need to have it all together. None of us do, but you can build habits that gently support you day by day. Now, before to properly close the episode, let me remind you of the ones I mentioned before, right? Keep a routine. It gives you something to hold when things feel unstable. Try mindfulness. So nothing fancy, guys, just few deep breaths, or a moment of quietness. Move your body, all right? So it shifts your energy. Sleep well. Rest is your reset button. Eat foods that make you feel good. Reach out. Don't go through it alone. Do journaling also. Get it off your chest. Create something, anything. Rest without guilt. And if things feel too heavy, the last one is talk to someone. Really, there is a lot of strength in that. A lot of strength. I'm not here to make a sermon, guys, but I'm just here to remind you you got tools, you got power, you got a heart that's still beating. And that means your story is not done yet. Okay? Hope you hear this message truly. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which part of today's episode hit you the most? Was there a moment, a word, or a small reminder that made you wake up a little bit? So drop it in the comments. I'm always curious to know what resonates with you, and if this episode gave you even a bit of clarity, right? Strength or kind of motivation, pass it on. Share it with someone who might need that same spark today. And remember this, control what you can, keep taking small steps, and trust the process, even when it doesn't make sense yet. Thanks for being part of the journey to success, guys. I'm so glad we are on this path together, truly. I'll catch you in the next episode. As always, until then, take care of yourself and keep going, always. Cheers.